So the G.I. Joe classified team is trying something a little new, and of course we're going to talk about made-to-order vehicles. Let's go. Now, of course, this is nothing new at the moment. This is last month's news, and the fact is I just didn't get a chance to talk about it here on the channel, so I just want to take a few minutes to talk about made to order, and also we'll talk about that Arctic His Tank later in the video. But first, if it is your first time here on the channel, think about hitting that like button if you like what we're doing, as well hitting the subscribe channel if you don't want to miss any more of our content. We really do appreciate all of your support. Thanks very much. So when it comes to G.I. Joe Classified, one thing collectors can agree on is they always want more vehicles. And you know, they got small ones, you got big ones, you got medium-sized ones. They just want more vehicles. Like myself, I do love vehicles and I want more all the time. Now, Hasbro is trying something a little different, and we're talking made to order. And so we'll go over what that means, as well we'll compare it to how HasLab does things, and just a little quickly so everyone's on the same page so we understand what is happening here. When we talk about HasLab, we're talking about big projects, expensive, electronics, sounds, lights, stretch goals, extra figures, lots of stuff, a lot of money, right? So that's the main thing. HasLab is supposed to be big, and you know, that Rattler, you know, the original His Tank, those were huge projects. And you know what? They're supposed to be big. They're not supposed to be able to be done at retail, and they're supposed to be funded by the community, so they get pushed out. So that's what a HasLab is. And now, how does that compare to our new made to order that we got recently in December? Now, the made to order is a little different, because what Hasbro's done now, they've done it with some of their other brands. I believe Marvel's done it already with Giant Man. So what they've done here is they've put a product and said, hey, here, we're going to give you this Arctic His Tank. We're going to put it up for 30 days, and anyone who wants to order it, you put down a pre-order and you will get it, no matter how many you want. Actually, I think you're limited to 5. So you can buy several, unlike a regular product, say like the Vamp, or the Snake Armor, or the Striker, where there is a limited number of those, and when they sell out, they potentially sell out and might come back to the store or might not come back to the store. So the Arctic His Tank was up for 30 days, and if you wanted to order it, you just had to put down your money and pre-order. Now, the key point to remember about these made to order, if it comes up again, is that you do not get charged until it ships. They've said this will not ship until next December, so you're not getting charged until it ships in a year, right? And then, so that's pretty cool. So if there's no risk here for you as a customer. You could put your money down, and then, you know, 6 months from now, you're like, you know, I don't really want this. You could cancel your order. So there's no deterrent. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind later in the process. Where HasLab, they charge you after 45 days as soon as it gets funded. You are charged right away, and you get your product roughly a year later. So that's the key differences between these two systems. So the thing here, potentially, you know what, like we could get multiple vehicles a year now and allow a Hasbro to push out larger vehicles multiple times a year, because in theory, we're still going to get a HasLab project every year, in theory. I mean, that could change, but that is the running theory right now. And this year, we had our first made to order go up, which was the Arctic His Tank, which we'll talk about in a second. So moving forward, potentially next year, you could see another HasLab go up, as well another made to order product where customers are able to have a 30-day window and they can order a bunch. So what do you think about the made to order? Would you like to see Hasbro do more of these, or would you rather a more traditional retail system where you know, they put a Vamp out, they put a Stinger out, and they bring it to Walmart, Target, Amazon, and put it there, and then you can order it. It might sell out, it might not, the price might go up, the price might go down. What do you think about the made to order versus the traditional retail system that we're mostly used to? Now, I talked about the Arctic His Tank in my recent live stream. So I do live streams every Sunday night. It's called the Late Night Live Stream, and basically we talk G.I. Joe, we talk Transformers, and it's a fun little time. So if you want to check it out, check out the channel. I always have when the next one is coming up, and so you can notify yourself and you can set a reminder. Anyway, stop by. It's always at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Eastern Standard Time, which is late for some people. I understand that, but that's why it's called the late night stream. You can always catch the repeat afterwards. So related to the Arctic His Tank. So you know what? This is a product that was, you know, it's loosely based on the Real American Hero version that came out in the middle 2000s. So I mean, it's not necessarily a new product, but it's definitely new for classified. Of course. Now, they obviously took the HasLab, the original HasLab black His Tank, dumbed it down. And when I say dumbed it down, they removed the electronics, the lights and the sounds. They removed, there's no extra pieces from the stretch goals. There's no extra vehicles from the stretch goals. So you're literally getting a, you know, a His Tank, an Arctic His Tank made in its like Arctic snow motif, and a driver. And the thing is, they've reduced the price a little, but me personally, I would have liked to see the price go down a little lower. So they put it up at $199 USD. Me personally, I would have liked to seen it in its dumbed down state of roughly about $149, maybe $179 tops. But $199 is the price they went with. They knew that they could sell them at that price. I would have liked to see them a little cheaper just because I'm frugal and I like to get a lot for my money. But anyways, so they sold very, very well from what we know. So like I discussed on my live stream, I'm just going to go over it quickly. So for me, and I just talked about it a couple seconds ago, I thought the price wasn't perfect. I thought it could have been a little better. So for me personally, I did not pick one up, and not because it wasn't a good product. It's just I didn't get the snowcat, so I'm not really in love with all this snow motif. And I live in Canada and I know everything about snow, okay? But it's just I'm not really loving it for the classified. Like I love a few figures, but this whole snow thing is not necessarily for me right now. So I'm concerned a lot of other people might be in the same way, where they might have skipped the snowcat. Are they going to skip the Arctic His Tank? We'll see. I don't know. I'm sure they've sold a ton of them. But when it comes down to it, if you purchased a snowcat and you have a snowcat on the way from HasLab for next year, I do think it was probably worth your time to pick up the Arctic His Tank as well. Because obviously, if you are into the snowcat, you're good with the snow motif, you're going to need a vehicle to battle it, right? I mean, unless it's going to just sit on a shelf, you're going to need something to go head to head with it. So that Arctic His Tank is very well done, and it goes head to head with your snowcat. So if you got one, you kind of need the other. If you didn't get the snowcat, I don't know if there was a big need to get the Arctic His Tank by itself. That's just my opinion. What is yours? Did you get the Arctic His Tank? Do you have a snowcat coming, and do you wanted a His Tank to battle it? Let me know. The promotional shots they shown of the Arctic His Tank, it looks absolutely stunning. It's just that it has a very limited use with that Arctic motif to it. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you think as well. So the thing is, moving forward, what are we going to get out of this? Are we going to get more product in this made to order? Will we see something next year? Now, if you've been into classified for a while, you may remember that there was a rumor of a made to order Thunder Machine supposed to come to retail. If you're into the classified stuff, you may remember, like last year, there was a rumor that there was a Thunder Machine coming to retail. Obviously, that kind of got delayed or scrapped because we haven't seen that Thunder Machine as of yet. There's a chance, would you support a made-to-order Thunder Machine for next year maybe? Or do you think the Thunder Machine is going to be the HasLab for next year? Inflated a little bit and give it some cool stretch goals, some cool figures and stuff like that. It has the potential. You know, is that Zartan Swamp Skier going to be a stretch goal for the Thunder Machine? Maybe. Well, I'll have to wait until June, I would think. Anyways, let me know what you think. Do you think they will continue with the made-to-order model for gijoe Classified? Because the vehicles are really big. It's a huge risk to push these vehicles to retail stores like Walmart and Target because, you know what, if they don't sell, they go on clearance and they get, you know, they lose a lot of money on it. So while I would personally probably prefer the retail model because I can walk into a store and get it locally, I understand why these made-to-order things are happening. It makes it easier for the companies. They get exact numbers on how much they have to produce. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Let me know your comments below. What do you think? Will you be getting any more made-to-order gijoe Classified vehicles if they put something up for order? And were you happy with this process? Were you happy with what they offered in the Arctic His Tank? Let me know in the comments. And you know what? Thanks for watching. While you're here, why not continue watching this video right here? We really do appreciate all your support. Anyways, we'll see you in the next one.